I'm with Priyank Kharge, Honorable Minister of IT and BT, Science and Technology and Tourism Department, Government of Karnataka. Pleasure to have you with us, Honorable Minister. Well, there's so much spoken about India with particular reference to Karnataka, and I believe once you came into featuring Karnataka and establishing a global presence, a lot has taken place here. Can you tell us what is it that we feel but have not really heard in the news till now?
I mean, there are a lot of things that government of Karnataka is trying to do in tourism, and probably one unique thing that we have done is that we have tried to capitalize on our unique advantage point of being a wildlife destination. Somehow, whenever you speak on tigers, people think about Madhya Pradesh or Sikkim for that matter, and whereas we have some of the best national parks, and we run some of the best ecotourism resorts by the government itself. So we run 21 of them successfully and profitably. So we declared it as the Year of the Wild, very consciously, because we are the only ones who have complete infrastructure there, and we are just not showcasing on wildlife or conservation of wildlife, but also the wild side of life. So this year we have got a heavy focus on aero sports. We have heavy focus on surfing, which nobody in India does, and rock climbing, bouldering. We are going to have international rock climbing festivals in some of the best UNESCO sites in India. Ramnagar, Patatkal, Aihole, Badami. So all these things, these are things that are out of the box, is what I would call them.
Lovely. You seem to be so passionate about Karnataka. What is it really that drives that energy in you to take projects forward and seeing it materialize and into action?
I have to be passionate about Karnataka because I'm born here. So, and of course, more importantly, I have a big responsibility of tourism and information technology, which have very high quotient of providing jobs in both these verticals. So I think, but more importantly, what I'm trying to do here is we're trying to have a more practical approach. Like we were talking earlier, that there are 325 destinations, but it becomes virtually impossible to develop all 325 destinations at a time. So we are taking the 2 UNESCO sites as a priority, and we have identified 20 other destinations where we are going to give world-class infrastructure this year. So the idea is to ensure that when we advertise this outside, when we propagate this outside, it would be at the international level.
Talking about 325 destinations, there was some time back when the Ministry of Tourism had invited corporates to be part of it. How was the response, and what exactly are you offering to corporates so that they can benefit with this association?
See, I think the response is pretty lukewarm, and for the reason that the CSR mandates saying that the first investment should go where they are located. So for example, if there is a cement factory which has acquired land, their primary duty is to ensure that the investment or their social investment or corporate investment goes there first. So we have received a few interests. We are evaluating them because we also have to take into consideration the sensitivity of archaeological survey of India sites or the state archaeology sites. So it's a little tricky, but we have made headway in a couple of sites, which now I think is in a tailspin right now. But that having been said, the rest of the proposals are as it is, and we are evaluating how, because whether it's Lal Bagh or the museum, they come under the state archaeology, this thing. So we don't really, because conservation becomes a very important aspect of this. So it's just not the money part of it. The conservation part of it is the most important angle to it.
Talking about financial, assistance, I believe the government has allocated 8,000 crore rupees to BBMP to develop the state further. How are you tracking the report, and do you feel that this money is being effectively utilized currently?
This is the first time that the government of any government has given a substantial amount to Bengaluru, because Bengaluru, the government of Karnataka takes it very seriously because it's the nerve center. And Bengaluru airport, for example, has 22.5 million footfall. So we have so many people coming into Bengaluru every day, and we need to do something for the infrastructure. So the idea is to ensure that the infrastructure is developed, but the city is growing faster than the government's policies or the budget that is allocated, and it's a work in progress. And I think for any city to reach that level is very difficult. It's any global city for that matter, not just Bengaluru. So it's just a matter of time, I guess.
Lovely. And I think we're running short of time, so a final question to you. I think you've done wonderful work which we can all see, and Karnataka has really raised the bar when we compare it to other states. What are next steps when it comes to sustainable tourism practices, BCIC initiatives that are supporting this? What is the collaboration between the government and corporates in taking this forward?
We have been into sustainable tourism ever since it became fashionable, even before it became fashionable. So since 1980 we are into this, and the jungle lodges and resorts is a prime example for what we are doing. And also we are encouraging startups and other newer technologies to come in and help us to get rid of older practices that we thought were right. Besides that, BCIC has always been an integral part of any program of the government, and they've always been our valued partner, whether it's in industry, Department of Industry or tourism, and we value that partnership, and hopefully that these conversations that they engage with the government, and they have multiple reports that are always given out to the government that are actually implemented. So we take their word seriously, and we hope to have some kind of implementation or a steering committee formed out of this, and we will see how we can help each other with sustainable tourism.
Yeah. Honorable Minister Priyank Kharge, we thank you for your time today in sharing this information and update with BCIC, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.